So I finally got to watch the Creed films, and I think they were a great homage. Do they say it like that to the Rocky films? And here is my short and snappy take on all of them. So I'm going to try and make it as short as I can. I've come to realize that the short and snappy takes are no longer short and snappy. So I'm going to try my best and make this one a short and snappy one. So let's get into this. So, if you watched the Rocky movies, you pretty much know what Creed is about. And I think I would consider it a sequel to the Rocky films because it's sort of a love letter to the former, previous rather, Rocky films. And I think they did a pretty good job because they didn't in any way feel like they imposed on the former films. I feel like they respected them while also trying to do their own thing. So in the Creed movies, we meet Adonis Creed, who's Apollo's son, illegitimate son, who's trying to make a name for himself in the boxing world. And he's trying to create a legacy for himself besides the one his dad created. And we see him do that in the first Creed movie with the help of Rocky, of course. For me, I liked the dynamic between Adonis and Rocky, how they met each other, how Adonis approached Rocky for help, and he just slowly and slowly convinced him to get back to the boxing field so that he could help Adonis create a name for himself. And I like how he helped him become the best fighter, while Adonis helped Rocky get to like live again because he created this whole new routine in his life where he introduced his girlfriend. Don't remember her name, but I'll remember it. And also helped him through his cancer treatment. He was in a weird place because his wife had just died, so he was just waiting for the inevitable after everything had happened rather. And the other dynamic that I loved and the team up, rather, I would call it a team up, was between Adonis and Bianca. Bianca, played by Tessa Thompson, who played his girlfriend and eventually his wife. I loved their support system that they created between each other, and how they both kept the individuality when they supported each other. It's something that is rare these days, but it's good to see it presented in film. The thing that I really loved about these movies is how they kind of reminded us that hard work does pay. And if you put in the work and you surround yourself with the right people, you will eventually get to where you want to get. So, getting into Creed 3, which made me want to watch these other Creed films, I know there was sort of some drama behind the scenes because it felt like Sylvester Stallone, played by Rocky, was sort of kicked out by Akina Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler, if I'm not wrong. Don't know if Ryan Coogler was involved. If he wasn't, I'll just cut this off. So him not being there was a bit weird because they didn't even address why he wasn't involved. But as much as it was a bit weird, I respected the fact that they made this third Creed movie, the movie where Adonis gets to stand on his 2 feet alone without the support of someone who has been there through it all with him. So, him getting his wings finally made sense. I don't know. I'm still side eyeing them for excluding Rocky just like that. But anyway, the third Creed film is good and is promising as well because Jonathan Mayers, played by Damien, was a worthy opponent for Adonis because we find him retired. He's now managing the boxers, the players, and his childhood friend who's been locked up for like I don't know how long just comes back and he wants to fight. He was a fighter, now he wants to fight and come for everything Adonis has because he believes those things are supposed to be his. So that's why he uses Adonis as a stepping stone to start fighting, and then eventually challenges him, and it becomes a whole thing. I enjoyed seeing the rivalry play out between Adonis and Damien. So, the Creed films, have you watched them? If you haven't, make a point of watching them like I did. I know people enjoyed the third installment, so let's see whether there are going to be others. But generally, it's a good film with good messages, and I would recommend the Creed films to anyone who's looking for something especially motivational to watch. The Creed films are definitely it. So, yeah, I'll see you on the next one.